Welcome back to the deep dive. Today we're jumping headfirst into a topic that honestly feels like something straight out of a spy thriller.
It really does.
But it's very much real-world cybersecurity. And hey, if you're just joining us or you've been with us from the start, make sure you're subscribed, on your favorite podcast platform so you catch all our deep dives.
And speaking of catching things,
Yeah.
today we're trying to catch something that's, well, deliberately hard to spot.
Uh-huh.
We're pulling back the curtain on what a lot of security folks call the ninja of the cyber attack world.
The ninja. Or I heard another great analogy in the sources, the ghost that slips through walls, right? Compared to traditional malware, which is more like the burglar that kicks down your front door.
Exactly. It's less about brute force, more about pure stealth.
So it's bypassing defenses differently.
Totally. And the key reason for that stealth, the core concept we really need to get up front, is that this kind of attack, it doesn't rely on files written to disk.
Okay.
It operates almost entirely
Right.
in memory.
In memory. So leaving, like, no smoking gun on the hard drive, that sounds, well, like a forensic nightmare.
It absolutely can be. Yeah, if you're only looking in the, let's say, traditional places, it's a fundamental shift from what, many classic security tools are even designed to detect.
All right, let's dive in then. You mentioned ghosts and ninjas. What exactly is fileless malware at its heart? I mean, how does it manage this Houdini act of, not touching the disk?
Well, at its core, it's malware that doesn't live in a traditional file format. So no executable like a .exe or a script file or a .dll
Right.
that you'd normally save and run from your hard drive. Instead, it executes directly in the system's volatile memory, the RAM.
Okay, but doesn't everything run in memory eventually? Like, what makes the specific approach different?
That's a really good question, and it gets to the cleverness of it. See, normal programs load from a file on disk into memory to run fileless malware.
Mm-hmm.
It's injected or executed directly into memory. Often, it piggybacks on legitimate processes that are already running there.
So it skips that whole save file to disk first step.
It bypasses that initial disk-based stage entirely. Yep.
Okay, this is where it gets really interesting for me. How does it get into memory without a file? And I mean, what does it actually do once it's there?
Well, it abuses built-in system tools.
Yeah.
Think about things like PowerShell or Windows Management Instrumentation, WMI, or even just legitimate admin frameworks.
Okay.
So instead of bringing its own malicious tools, the burglar's crowbar, it uses the system's own tools and resources, like the homeowner's own ladder and key, kind of.
Oh, right. Living off the land, basically.
Exactly. That's where the term living off the land binaries, or LOL bins, comes from. Attackers use these trusted system executables, like PowerShell.exe, WMI.exe,